Try it on, suggested Kit, seeing that Judith could scarcely take her eyes from bright peacock blue placidity. Judith needed no urging. Dropping her own homespun skirt unashamedly on the floor, she drew the shining folds over her head. "Why, 'tis perfect!" exclaimed Kit. "It makes your eyes look almost green." Judith tiptoed across the floor, straining to see herself in the one small dim mirror that hung over a chest. Truly, in the vivid dress, Judith was breathtaking, and she did not need the mirror to tell her so. "Oh, if William could see me in this!" she breathed, ignoring Mercy's worried protest. Kit laughed delightedly. "Well, 'tis yours, Judith. 'Twas made just for you, and there's a little cap with ribbons to match. Now, where did I put it? There. Now, which one will be best for Mercy?" "Goodness! What use would I have for such things?" Mercy laughed. "I scarcely ever get to meeting." Kit hesitated, chagrined. But Judith's eyes fallen on a light blue wool, and she lifted it impulsively. "This would be perfect for Mercy," she exclaimed. Kit unfolded the delicate English shawl and dropped it across Mercy's shoulders. "Oh, Kit, how beautiful! I never felt anything so soft, like a kitten's fur." Delight and protest struggled in Mercy's face. "I can't take anything so lovely." Judith was back at the mirror. "Just wait till I walk into the meeting room on this Sunday morning," she squealed. "A few people I know won't hear a word of the sermon. Why, girls, what on earth?" Rachel Wood had come back unnoticed, and she stood now staring at her daughter in the peacock blue gown, with something half fear and half hunger in her eyes. "Oh, mother, look at what Kit has given me!" cried Judith. "I am looking," stammered her mother. "Judith, you look, I scarcely know you." "You should, Aunt Cat," Kit spoke up boldly, "because you must have looked just exactly like her yourself. I know, because grandfather has told me how beautiful you were." The two girls stared at their mother in astonishment. Rachel looked dazed. "I had a dress that color once," she said slowly. Kit dived impulsively into the trunk. "Put this on, Aunt Rachel," she coaxed. "See, it ties under your chin like this. Oh, 'tis just perfect. Go and look at yourself." Rachel shied away from the mirror, her cheeks pink with embarrassment. Under the little berry-boned bonnet, the years had dropped away from her face. At her brilliant eyes and tremulous smile, her two daughters stared in unbelief. "Oh, mother, wear that on Sunday. Promise you will." But the color had suddenly drained from Rachel's face. A chill swept across the room from the abruptly opened door. On the threshold stood Matthew Wood, staring from his awful height at the littered room, the gowns tumbled over chairs and benches, and the guilty faces of his womenfolk. "What is the meaning of this?" he demanded. The girls were watching Catherine unpack. Rachel explained helplessly. "How are you back so soon, Matthew?" "Can a man not come back for an axe held without finding his house in shambles?" "I guess we forgot ourselves." Rachel's fingers jerked at the bonnet strings. Judith was not so easily intimidated. "Look, father," she attempted. "Kit has given me this dress. Do you ever see anything so handsome?" "Give it back to her at once." "Father, no, I never had—" "Do as I say," he thundered. "Uncle Matthew," broke in Kit, "you don't understand. I want her to have this dress." Her uncle regarded her with scorn. "No one in my family has any use for such frippery," he said coldly, "nor are we beholden on anyone's charity for our clothing." "But they are gifts," cried Kit, tears of hurt and anger springing to her eyes. "Everyone brings—" "Be quiet, girls. It is time you understood one thing at the start. This will be your home, since you have no other, but you will fit yourself into our ways, and do no more to interrupt the work of the household, or to turn the heads of my daughters with your vanity. Now, you will close your trunks and allow them to go back about their work that they have been neglecting. Rachel, take off that ridiculous thing." "Even the gloves, father?" Judith was still rebellious. "Everyone wears gloves to meeting." Everything. No member of my household will appear in public in such unseemly apparel." Mercy had said no word, but now, as she unfolded the blue shawl and laid it quietly on top of the trunk, Rachel found courage for her only protest. "Will you allow Mercy to keep the shawl?" she pleaded. "'Tis not gaudy, and will keep her off the draught there by the chimney." Matthew's glance moved from the shawl to his daughter's quiet eyes, and barely perceptibly the grim line of his jaws relaxed. So there was one weakness in this horrid man. "Very well, Mercy, you may keep the shawl." "I thank you for it." The bitter word was forced out just in time. Had it not been for his hint of grace, Kit's anger might have erupted in a scene that would have spoiled all her chances on this first morning. As it was, she felt an unwilling respect that made her hold her tongue and set to work folding and replacing the piles of clothing. Judith's tears were unpacked in the fold of the blue dress. There was silence after the door had shut once more. "Well," sighed Rachel, "'tis all my fault. I can't blame you girls, but at my age, and the board not even cleared for breakfast." Kit looked back at the table curiously. "Don't the servants do that?" she inquired. "We have no servants," said her aunt quietly. Surprise and chagrin left Kit speechless. "I can't help with the work," she offered finally, realizing that she sounded like an over-eager child. "In that dress?" Judith protested. "I'll find something else. Here, this calico will do, won't it, to work in?" Disappointment had put an edge on Judith's tongue. "'Tis all I have," retorted Kit. "Give me something of yours, then." Judith's cheeks went scarlet. "Oh, wear that one. You can help Mercy with carding. You won't dirty yourself at that." Kit shortly repented her offer. For 4 mortal hours she sat on the wooden bench and struggled to grasp the tricky process of carding wood. Mercy demonstrated on 2 pieces of thin board to which fastened strips of leather set with hooked wire teeth. From a great pile of heavy blue wool she pulled a small tuft, caught in the wire teeth of one board, and drew across it the second board till the fibers were brushed flat. "Isn't the color pretty?" she inquired. Mother promised Judith that if she helped with the shearing, this year we could buy some indigo from the West Indies. That's it to 40. Well, no, let's keep going. Judith hates handling the greasy wool and washing it, but she will be happy with the blue cloth. In one deft motion she plucked the blue from the teeth and rolled it into a fluffy ball. It looked so easy, but the moment Kit took the blue wool cards into her hand, she appreciated Mercy's skill. They were such awkward things. The wool fluffed and stuck to her fingers and snarled in clumps. She suspected that Judith had chosen this task on purpose. "You're getting the knack," approved Mercy, when a few misshapen little balls finally lay in the basket. Kit eyed the great heap of wool. "You don't have to do all that by yourself." "Oh, the others help between times. But of course there are so many things I can't do. You don't know how nice it is to have you to help. 'Tis a marvel how much faster the work goes when there's someone to talk to." Fast? All this time, and that great pile hardly touched? But Mercy had sounded sincere. How dreary it must be for her, working here day after day. Kit was ashamed of her own impatience. Suddenly, under Mercy's friendly smile, the question that had been troubling her all the morning burst out. "Do you think I did wrong, Mercy, to come here?" "You did exactly right," smiled Mercy. "But your father?" "Father doesn't mean to be unkind. It has been very hard for him here in Connecticut." That ends on page 46. We'll cover the rest.